has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted Jeweled Shillelagh. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Notre Dame's offense will have the football first. These two will try to live up to last year's game as SC won a thriller.
These teams play late in the year. Oftentimes they're beat up, physically worn down. This is a game that you've got to rise above all that. Mentally, you just have to be playing at a different level. Everyone's got to do just a little bit more. And last year, David, it was USC that just made a few extra plays to pull out the win against the Irish.
Man, I like that you mentioned late in the year because that also means there's...
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
To the air on first down. Moving away from pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Rides the back.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
USC 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Trojans offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Oh, he makes the catch. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
He'll throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Using his legs, it's sharp. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. Finds his man. It's sharp.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
And the Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air. It's Levis. Swings it out to his running back. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Trojans send out the punt unit. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot. And obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Levis. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Caught by the back. Loss of 4. 3rd down coming up.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the ride. Got room to work. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Irish! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
USC 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Corner's going to give them room. Back to pass, it's Levis. Hit as he throws. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. On the sweet spin, and he's free. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Levis. Caught in the backfield, it's Sharp. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Makes the grab, it's Sharp. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw. You want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. after the score. We'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Sometimes you hope a return will give you good field position. Sometimes it puts a touchdown on the board like that 93-yarder just did.
USC 7.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Levis. Finds his man in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Finds his man. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, USC! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in. And great start. Keep chipping away.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. They go to the draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quarterback adapting. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another go.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Converts on 4th down, still going. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Gilmore.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Using the quick game. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
USC 14.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Looking to pass. It's Levis. Fires to the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got room at the 35. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Used the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side now.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's going to take off. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got it. Going for the goal line. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that drive covered just 44 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, the Jeweled Shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison. Or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
To the air, it's Levis. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Finds a man on the left. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He'll do it himself. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Kendricks. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Pulls it in. It's Baldwin. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll try to pop the draw. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Power football with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he tacks on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He'll keep it himself. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
They go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
414 satellite.
Looking downfield, it's Levis. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
Looking to throw on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And the Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Back's going for the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Looking to get it in. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Off the play fake. Touchdown, Trojans! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
The AT unit on the field. And it's perfect. An 84-yard drive there. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds a tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. Bulldozes his way through. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
He'll try the left side. Got enough for the 1st. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences streaks into the open. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. One word to describe this guy: unstoppable. Over 150 yards receiving, and he is putting the gold into that Cardinal and gold.
And they do such a good job with this offense year after year. If you're a USC OC, you got stars. On the outside, you got speed. You know how to highlight them, you know how to find them, and you know how to feed them for big days like this.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
It's complete. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Quick release on the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
To throw, it's Levis. Plucks it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Red pass, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his second catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
On second and goal, he gets another chance. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They'll ride the hot hand. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Driving for the goal line, loose football. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And, man, the running back puts the ball on the ground. And, man, he did it last week, too. Like, he fumbled a week ago, and you always wonder how that messes with your psyche and gets in your head. That's 2 fumbles in 2 weeks.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Quarterback on the keeper. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. And the Trojans will hustle to the line.
Well, this quarterback has had a little bit of success running so far in this game. That time on the option play, nowhere to go, though. Defense, they were in position. They tackled him for a loss.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's got his man across the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Runs through the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. off play action. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab down the middle. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that Jeweled Shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jeweled Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Clock is stopped, timeout used by the defense, 14 seconds left. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Levis. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
QB strikes the ball, and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play.
The Trojans line up to punt it away.
Number 10 on to punt it away.
makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the Jeweled Shillelagh. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.